Everyone, Season 4, Episode 2, starting a new season. And listen, our defense should be elite, okay? We've done everything right as far as building our defense, and our defense is one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. So, there is no excuses for this team on defense. On offense, we're starting to get all the pieces in place. Could use a little bit of a better wide receiver, but our wide receivers are developing. At quarterback, we definitely need a franchise quarterback. That's the biggest thing holding us back. However, we have a serviceable offensive line this year. We have a stud tight end. We have a franchise running back. Can't think. We have one of the elite running backs in the league. I'll say it that way. Our backup running back isn't that bad. Our starting wide receiver is okay and turning into a good wide receiver. Our second wide receiver is a rookie who looks like he could be okay for us as well. But the only thing holding us back is our quarterback play. Now, we have Krik Cousins. I'm hoping that we get back to the first couple years of our franchise where a veteran QB has led us to the playoffs. With that said, one thing I've learned during preseason is that Dom Matthews, our second-year QB, is about as good as Krik Cousins. So if Krik Cousins isn't getting it done, we might have a quarterback controversy on our hands for this season. But with that said, the rebuild is over, okay? At this point, we have been completely rebuilt. Now, just like any other team in the NFL, you're going to have a couple holes. We do have a couple holes, with our biggest one being quarterback. But we are a team that should compete. So my expectation from here on out is playoffs. If we don't get to the playoffs, I'm not happy. And with the expanded playoffs, that means 8 to 9 wins a season. Last year, it was year 3 of the rebuild, and I promised myself I wouldn't judge anyone based off of the first 3 years. We had the worst record in the league last year. It's time to bounce back from that. Now, granted, we had 4 wins, and we probably should have had more. But we should go into this season expecting at least 8 wins, and we should be competing for that playoff spot. So, if we don't get to the playoffs, then that seat's going to get hot for Coach Hendricks. It's going to get real hot. I don't know if I'll fire him at the end of the year or not and move on, but it's going to be a really hot seat for him if we're not in the playoffs this year. The only reason I would not fire him is because the first 2 years of our rebuild, when we had nothing, he was able to get us there. So I'm expecting that now that he has a team to get us there, that he should be able to get us there. I don't have anything else to say. It's time to get the season started. I'm going to play this season opener at home against the Bears. First look at the team. The only injury we have is our 4th string cornerback. He's out with a partially torn MCL. He'll be out a few more weeks. However, the rest of our team is healthy, good to go, so there's no excuses for why we shouldn't go out and win this game. So, let's go Nighthawks.
Today, from Oklahoma City, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Krik Cousins and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks versus Justin Herbert and the Chicago Bears.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from OKC. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
David Montgomery.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Krik Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college, where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there, and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Win. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they have him for a moment. He'll take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At their
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number
We always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. It's a 42-yard punt. They gave him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They run, Montgomery.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A gain of 8. 1st down, Chicago.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Montgomery. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
32-yard line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal, Chicago.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and goal from the 6. Here's Herbert. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Number 13,
Michael Gallup
touchdown.
there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Chubb fumbled it. This is picked up by the Bears. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Second and short now following the fumble. Now Cousins. He throws one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. It's running. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
In on the tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Score Bears 14. Nighthawks nothing.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun. Cousins. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Complete to number 8.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Cousins. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From down near his goal line here, Herbert will get that complete to his tight end Komet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's got Miller. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
The tackle by Derwin James. It's a gain of 7.
Here's Herbert down on second down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 11. Now Montgomery. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. It's a gain of 2 yards. And
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
down and 10.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Chubb. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Eddie Goldman on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
on the ground, it's Chubb. Able to power through. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Cousins. And he hits him in stride. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
1st and
3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st down, here's Cousins. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the carry.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
Now Cousins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackle made at the
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
1st and
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
complete in the end
An
zone.
incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. Cousins. Shoves him aside. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. To play 1st half, it's 14-0. that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Herbert throwing again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's 3rd down and 5.
To the air again, Herbert. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Or Tyler Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Nighthawks 3.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Preston Williams, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. 35-23 was the final. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Auden Tate, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Second and 7.
From the 25 on second down, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 42.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Chubb. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Roquan Smith.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third and
From the gun, here's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 25 on second down, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
19-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
taken down.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Cousins. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Nighthawks 6.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
On 1st down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he completes it to Cohen. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
play action. It's Herbert.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From a yard out, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Cousins pass. Forced to the ground and incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bears take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Nick Chubb on
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Cousins. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Myles Garrett able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Cousins now from the 50. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
4 yards.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
At the Bears' 11-yard line.
Chubb. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
24. Nighthawks 9.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
23-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Krik Cousins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's good.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
The 34-yard line.
Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First down screen pass, good for 5. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
49-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Cousins on first down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. I'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6. At the 29-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Going for right side here. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. On first down, it's Herbert. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Herbert on first down now. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
7 yards the pickup. First down, Chicago.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Montgomery. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Herbert. And Robinson with a good catch. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it. Turning into a really good performance. performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 20.
So Krik Cousins in the offense. Down by 15. 53 ticks to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. First down. Here's Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Not the start to the season that I was hoping for. Our defense didn't play at the level that it should have. Now, with that said, okay, Krik Cousins threw 2 interceptions early that led to touchdowns. Can't put too much of that on the defense. However, as the game progressed, they should have been stopping them, giving us a chance to stay in the game. We started to make a comeback, but then the defense just ran out of gas and just started giving up point after point after point. So we never had a chance to come back on this one. Krik Cousins, disappointing. You know, yeah, maybe he was accurate. He had 76% completion percentage for 264 yards, but no touchdowns and multiple interceptions. Wasn't as bad as Ryan Tannehill last year. I mean, Tannehill got 7 interceptions in the first game of the season, whereas Krik Cousins, I think he had 2. Not ready just yet to move on from Krik Cousins. I think he still deserves a few games to see if he can maybe build up some chemistry with the offense and get things rolling. But like I said at the beginning of the video, Krik Cousins and Dom Matthews aren't too far apart in terms of abilities. So, you know, if Krik Cousins can't keep the ball safe, I'm gonna just have to turn it over to the rookie, because there's no reason letting a veteran destroy our season when we can have a destroyed season with the rookie that's progressing. And I think part of that decision is going to come down to taking a look at the draft and see if there's a franchise quarterback available. And if we go another year without having a chance at getting a franchise quarterback, it might just be a better idea to let Dom Matthews take his lumps and try to progress at least to the point of being a competent quarterback. Because every quarterback that we've had other than him have been going backwards. They've been losing ability because they've been getting old. You know, Dom Matthews, in a couple years, as he progresses, he could actually end up being the best quality quarterback that we've had. But right now he's being held back from just not being able to play because I'm trying to use a veteran to get some wins. Unfortunately, you know, when we had Josh McCown and Phillip Rivers, they took care of the ball. And when I started this franchise mode, the one thing that I said was, we're going to build a defense that can keep us in the game and possibly even create scores off turnovers. And we're going to build a power running game that can control the ball and put up some points on the running game. What we wanted out of our quarterbacks, for at least the first part of the franchise mode as we built up the team, is that they protect the ball. And the reason we made the playoffs this first couple of years is because our quarterbacks protected the ball. Ryan Tannehill last year and Krik Cousins this year is not doing that, and it's showing on the scoreboard. So we'll have to see how the season progresses, see if we decide to go to the rookie or see if Krik Cousins can improve his performance. But those are all for future episodes. For now, it's time to end this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you continue to watch. Have a good one.